Released just 1 week ago on January 27th, this Alaskan survival thriller starring Liam Neeson has already recouped its $25 million budget. And for good reason, it is a splendidly exciting and entertaining motion picture. Neeson is part of a ragtag group of social outcasts, ex-cons, deadbeats, and lowlifes who drill for oil in northern Alaska, all of whom crash in the middle of nowhere during their flight back to Anchorage. When only 7 of the men survive this plane crash, they must put aside their differences and work together, not only to stay warm in the sub-zero temperature, but also to fend off a vicious pack of wolves that are hunting them from a nearby den.
Hey, what is that?
Go! Go! And into the tree!
Go, go, go!
Oh, Jesus, they're right on us! Don't look back!
Don't stop! You see him? You see him?
They're all around us! Need a fire to keep them off us. Hurry!
What transpires over the 117-minute film isn't particularly new or original, but some twists and turns make it worth experiencing unspoiled. The busiest man in Hollywood right now in his first of 6 films for 2012, Liam Neeson is absolutely terrific in the lead role, easily showcasing one of his strongest performances in years. A monologue where he is shouting to the heavens demanding that God prove his existence is an emotionally gripping and powerful one. Most of the characters are developed only well enough to move the plot forward, but a late-act scene where Neeson laments over not knowing his fallen comrades better makes up for this setback. This traditional story is framed by beautiful cinematography, which, despite most of the film taking place during a blizzard, expertly captures the majesty and danger of the Alaskan wilderness. A somber soundtrack and clever use of diegetic audio drives the amazingly suspenseful action sequences, which are some of the tensest I've seen in years. But the serious and sometimes playful scenes between them is what gives this man-against-beast adventure a lot of its heart. A post-credit shot will have you questioning the interesting ending, so make sure to stay tuned for it. At times terrifying and yet still undeniably captivating, The Grey is an exhilarating, nail-biting adventure thriller. Well, those are my thoughts. Now let's see what you had to say in the YouTube comments. Here's the Rate-O-Matic to show us our scores for The Grey. A double 9. Being only a week old, not many of you have had a chance to see this film yet, and those that did disagreed on how good it actually is. But you did agree it is a thrilling and exciting motion picture. Your scores average to an awesome. I hesitate to give this movie a full 10, but honestly, there was hardly anything here I didn't like. I thought it excelled in the pacing and emotional impact areas, while struggling a bit in the believability and story departments. I gave it an awesome as well.